Hey, my name's Dan. Today we're checking out Ultimate Swing Golf from Claphams on the MetaQuest 3. Can this highly anticipated golf game compete with Golf Plus and Walkabout Mini Golf? Let's get right into it. So what is Ultimate Swing Golf? As you can probably tell from the name, it's a golf game of course. It's very arcadey, as you can probably tell from the aesthetics. It sort of gives me Super Monkey Ball, Wii Sports Resort vibes. It looks from the get-go like it's a golf game that's going to try and position itself right smack bang in the middle of the much more casual Walkabout and the much more simulator style of Golf Plus. Let's really try and bear that in mind when we go through the pros and cons. Let's keep talking about the aesthetics and the visuals. The game looks really great running natively on the Quest 3, really nice and colourful visuals. You can click the A button and jump from ground level to an elevated view, which is a really great way to check out the scenery and the little details the game has to populate them. Check out this little plane, it reminds me of the charming tiny details in something like Little Cities VR. Along for the ride is your caddy, who you can pick from a selection. The caddy will commentate your shots and give you tips, reminding you of wind conditions and how your ball might behave if shooting from upward or downward slopes. They're a great addition and give it more of that classic arcadey or Sega Dreamcast feel.
You're facing a headwind. Let's try to focus.
They also have little backstories that you can read on loading screens. You can also unlock a whole array of costumes for them. It's a little bit weird. I don't care about the caddies that much. The game has 5 courses in total, each with 18 holes. That's definitely enough to keep you going for a little while, with just the forest and the beach courses unlocked at first. The great fun with the beach being my favourite out of the two. I warn you now, it takes quite a long time to unlock new courses. It took me hours and hours to unlock the next course set in an urban environment. I'll talk about how to unlock things in a bit, but I do fear that its target audience might get a little bored of these levels before getting to unlock more. Remember its arcadey position in the market. Most players aren't going to be die-hard golfers who are going to play the same course over and over again. We're going to need that variety. Also, the forest, beach and urban courses don't look crazy different. I really wanted to play the American Arizona desert style course, or the Japanese one, but I simply didn't have enough time to unlock them with the time I had with this game prior to launch, paired with the slow trickle of content unlocks. Just give them all to us from the start, I say, or have them be the first thing you unlock in the challenges. So how do we unlock things like courses, new caddies, Banda, costumes? The game has 4 modes: challenge mode, free play, online and XR mode. So you unlock all the content in the challenge mode. The challenges will have you starting off with simple tasks like trying to achieve greater than a bogey on a hole. Then they progress to full playoffs against AI. This is really fun as you're not just trying to beat your own personal bests, you actually have someone to play against, unlike something a bit more hardcore like Golf Plus's single player options. I've played the game for hours and hours and I've got to challenge 30, with that new urban level being the unlock for something like challenge 28 I think, something like that. I've unlocked loads of new costumes for the caddies and got some new golf clubs too. The different clubs are handled very well. It's really easy to know if they will help with power or elevation. You're not expected to be a professional golfer like in Golf Plus. It's more like Mario Golf. Free play mode is where you can jump into any course you've unlocked and play against your personal best or the leaderboards. There's also an online matchmaking mode, which is much the same as free play, but with up to 4 online competitors. At the time of reviewing this game, no one was online, so I can't unfortunately comment on how solid the multiplayer is or is not. The final mode is an XR mode. I've made my views on XR pretty clear. I love VR, but find XR to add nothing. I don't understand why I'd want to turn my room into a green when I can play golf in Japan, when I eventually unlock it, of course. There's 2 modes. One, as I say, has you positioning your ball and then positioning the hole in your room. I had my desk set up as a solid object, but check it out, the ball passes right through it. That's enough of that then. The next XR mode, you just play the normal game, but one of your walls is like a window into the course. Why? Again, it had weird alignment issues that I couldn't fix, where I couldn't get my room to face the pin. Alright, nitty gritty of the gameplay. What do I think of the actual swinging of the golf clubs? I think it's quite good. It has issues. Let's remember that this is, well, it looks like it's meant to be an arcadey experience. I find that the club face being open or closed when you swing is quite sensitive. It's pretty unforgiving. If you mess that up, it essentially means your ball will fly off to the left or the right and completely ruin your score. The levels, be it super fun and interestingly designed, are very unforgiving for this, with OB areas very close to the edge of the fairway. Now when you take your shot, the UI shows you what your club face did on that shot. Annoyingly, it often gets shown under the floor so you can't see it. That needs a tweak. I'm trying to correct for it, but it does feel pretty random. I'm not sure I'm completely in control here. How could these remotes be that accurate anyway? Bear with me, I'm swinging it so fast and the remote goes behind my head, outside of view of the cameras. Speaking from experience, if the headset loses sight of the remote, weirdness can happen in much less demanding situations than this. Am I just butthurt that sometimes I cock up my shots? I don't know. Maybe. I think it's kind of irrelevant anyway. Why have this feel like Golf Plus? The shots shouldn't be this hard to hit straight. This is meant to be more arcadey, isn't it? I think they lean too far the wrong way. Now when you do land a good shot, it feels great. Check out my scorecard here on this front 9 holes in free play mode. I was doing so good, checking off par after par. Eventually I did a bad shot and my whole game was scuppered, but as is the game of golf. It's also worth mentioning that the game has no options for golf club accessories. You can't use one. I recently reviewed this awesome Yogs VR golf club accessory and how good it is in both Walkabout and Golf Plus, but for some reason you can't use them here. Maybe that would help me out with my inability to sometimes place shots down the centre of the fairway. I'll put an Amazon affiliate link in the description for that if you're interested. It gives US customers 10% off one of these, and I think I get something like 10% as well. It works in both Walkabout and Golf Plus, but it's a real game changer for Golf Plus. It's awesome. Hey look, it's not all that bad. Most of the time, 80% of the time I'd say, I'm having a real fun time with Ultimate Swing Golf. I think, God, I never thought I'd be saying this as I consider myself a pretty hardcore VR gamer. I think if they made the game easier to suit its arcadey nature, this game would be the best golf VR game on the market. As it is, I would say it has a gap in the market that it fills nicely, and I think its single player challenges will keep you going, and I bet this game with some friends online is a bloody good laugh. That's Ultimate Swing Golf. My name's Ben Dan. Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching Goosey Goggles VR. Check out this little bad boy. It's bloody golf club for VR.